Amana Living has been in business for over 50 years now, and we've been helping older West Australians live the second half of life in a very successful way. But the world changes and we need to keep changing with it. In the future, our customers, our residents and clients will have a lot more choice about the services that we deliver to them, and there will be a lot more competitors in the aged care field. I believe that we're a good organisation, and we're probably a very good organisation, but for the future we really need to be great. So we've introduced the 3 R's program, the right people doing the right things in the right way, and we believe that can help us go from being good or very good to being great. The program has been running for a while, and a number of our staff have really lived out the 3 R's, and we're keen now to show you some examples of people helping us become a really great organisation.
What makes the right person for the job is clearly they've made a choice to work in health, in care and looking after people. So when they come through the door, they come through with that compassion and that want to make a difference to someone's life and help them through their day with what they do, with being compassionate and caring and kind and respectful and all those things. When I was rolling out the 3 R's to the site, one of the things I did was just constantly talking about it with staff. So again, it was promoting what it was, what the benefits were, talking it up, making it very visible part of what we do here. The 3 R's to me is the right people. So a person chooses to work with Amana Living. Doing the right thing by making every opportunity count, and doing it the right way by basically pitching in with a smile and getting on with it. Management by walking about the floor to me is vital, and it's quite an important part of my day. It's very nice to see what happens at your site. You always catch some beautiful moments, and it's moments where I just see my staff sitting down next to a resident just quietly talking. They've made them a cup of tea and they pop down and have a chat and sit with them while the resident's having a cup of tea. The strategies I'm using to engage the staff for the 3 R behaviour is constantly talking about it. So it's a part of our staff meetings. We have very visible signage around the facility. We have posters and the kite system in the staff room. We also have the reward and recognition monthly awards where the staff will nominate their peers or someone they see around the facility who's doing the 3 R behaviour. And whilst I have a varying workforce of a large amount of carers and hospitality people and things like that, the actual award winner last month was our gardener. And Gary, our gardener, is someone who is very much on the periphery of the facility, so it was just a lovely thing for him to receive an award last month, and the surprise on his face was just beautiful. So it was a lovely thing to award him.
What makes someone the right person is someone who's qualified, suitably qualified, right attitude, attributes, that sort of thing, but not treating it just as a job. Because working at Amana Living, we're caring for our residents, and whatever role we do, even if we're a carer, we're caring for people. It's not just a case of I want to knock out 7 hours, get my money and go home. And even in maintenance, we have to have a different approach. We can't charge in and just do what needs to be done without basically respecting the resident and taking them into consideration. And I think that makes the right person. I'd have to say the encounters I've had with residents over the last nearly 13 years, just spending 5 or 10 minutes with them and forgetting that there's this frail elderly lady or man sitting there, but finding out what they were like 70, 60 years ago, their experiences and stuff like that. And when you find out what they've come from, their life story, if you will, it's amazing, some of these lives. I've met some incredible. There was one little chap, he was tiny, frail, won the Victoria Cross at Normandy. And it's like, you can't picture it, because we're seeing them where they are now. We didn't see them what they were doing 70 years ago. Just those little encounters that I've had with residents just gives you a whole new perspective.
So the 3 R's program is the right people doing the right things in the right way. It is people who want to work at Amana Living and love their job. It is people making every encounter an opportunity and pitching in and as a team and working together. I think that to be the right person for the job, you actually have to really have a passion for it and love it. Because if you don't like what you do, you just won't put in the effort, you won't be good at it. I think every encounter that I have with my residents is an opportunity. A lot of them I find are quite lonely, so just having me be positive and smile makes their day. I didn't think that the 3 R's had changed the way that I worked. When we first started the program, I thought that I had ticked all the boxes and that I was doing everything right. However, it did make me focus a little bit more on how I did things and making sure that I was always setting a positive example and always displaying pride in my work and doing my work to the best of my ability. So the 3R program did make me really reflect on making every encounter an opportunity and where I could make an encounter an opportunity. It made me focus a lot on always being positive. The right person for the job is someone who wants to work here and loves their job, someone who wants to put in 100% all the time, be part of a team and enrich other people's lives and just make people smile.
The 3 R's are the right people doing the right things the right way. To me, that is that you have to be motivated and to enjoy your job, to always respect those that you care for and respect the colleagues that you work with, to always have the right approach in whatever you're doing. The 3 R's have changed the way I work. I've actually done my job for a long time, so I know I am motivated. I do love my job, but it makes me always remember to try and look for the better way to do something, not to be complacent because you've done the job for a long time, always be still looking for the better way. An example of finding a better way to do something, the centre I work with, we've got an increased number of men joining us. Myself and other colleagues are in the process of creating a men's area, somewhere where they can go and socialise and do men's type activities to improve their lifestyle at our centre. I think an encounter I turned into an opportunity was one day we have a gentleman at our centre who chooses not to come to activities and he tends to isolate himself, and I was finding it very difficult to find a common ground so that we can have conversations. One day I was walking through the centre with a camera. He stopped and asked could he look at the camera. It turned out he had a very strong interest in photography. So the next day I brought in my own camera. We went around taking photos, and from that we've found a common ground that we can have these conversations and hopefully something in common that we can talk about.
When I moved to Australia, and then I got this opportunity to work in this environment, like with the elderly residents, so it reminded me of my grandparents. So, and then I can hug them, and then I can make a little bit fun with them, and then when they're smiling, it makes my day. I was talking to my co-workers, I was saying, yeah, I'm a right person for this job, I'm doing right things in a right way, and then they said, okay. Everyone was very happy. Every carer has to work as a team, so if anyone is running behind, for example, hasn't done any shower or hasn't made the beds yet, so then the other carers go and help him. So that should be like a good teamwork.
I think every day I'm finding better ways to do things. I think the clients themselves know what they like, and so I don't mind them saying, oh Christina, this is what I like to do, because it helps me perform a better job for them. And also I can take that little bit of information away and do that with another client. And as I said, it's like a flow-on effect, so it's been brilliant. I think every encounter that I've had with clients become amazing opportunities in every way, because as I said, it's a new experience with them, and it's an opportunity to make their day better. I think there's nothing more fulfilling than having someone open the door to you and they're actually excited to see you and you're excited to see them and be a part of their life, even if it's for a very small portion of that day. the impact that it can make is really important, not just to them, but to me also. So, yeah. I think, as I said, to do the right thing is just showing respect at all times, making sure that dignity is maintained. As I said, especially when you're providing a personal care service, I think putting yourself in the client's shoes and trying to relate to how you would like to be treated, or how your mother or your sister or your father or your brother would like to be treated. And just, as I said, trying to make them feel as comfortable as they can be, and involving them in the process as well, and having that communication going all the time. So when you're showering someone, you're not just showering them, you're talking to them, making them feel relaxed. So, yeah.
Who doesn't like being acknowledged? With the 3 R's program, Right Person Doing the Right Thing in the Right Way is a great program where everyone gets acknowledged for the work that they do. And the best part within the program is anyone can nominate you for the good work that you do within the organisation. I don't think the 3 R's has really changed the way how I work. However, I've actually learned the power of acknowledging the great work that the people do within the organisation, and I think that helps a lot of people to do great things that they do on a daily basis.
The 3 R's are having the right people doing the right thing in the right way. For me, that means transitioning, moving from good, which I think we all are. I think we do our jobs really well and really good, but moving it to becoming really great. I think it's really good to work in an organisation that has this kind of culture, because it actually helps everyone do the right thing in the right way, and we reward everyone as well. So we recognise everyone that's performing great and doing really well. It just creates a really good culture, and it's a really nice place to work in. The way the 3 R's has changed the way I work is making me think differently, making me understand the client's needs and trying to help them, personalizing the service. And that's something that's really important. I mean, in IT, everyone always talks about people on computers and sending emails, or I'll fix this and I'll fix that. I think personalizing is something that really makes us great and really makes us good at what we do. To be the right person for the job is someone that has the right attitude and someone that's caring. No matter what you do, I think no matter whether you're in IT or whether you're in care and services, whether you're an admin lady, if you're able to interact with people, if you're able to make a difference in any way, I think that makes you a really good person and someone that's doing their job really well. In IT, we're always finding better ways to do our jobs. We have set procedures, and that's the main thing, that we have set procedures, but how we can make ourselves better and how we can make that job better, that's what my role is about, really. A recent event where we had to swap the mobile phones and the mobile technology over to the new smartphones. And we had one of the staff members who was unsure on how to use it and just generally confused with new technology. And we made it a point for me to visit the site and actually show our new phone systems to staff members. We got them all in a group and we spoke about the concerns, and we changed their concerns into positivity and showed them how the new phones are going to work and better their lives for what they do, which is obviously taking care of the clients, which is the most important thing. I think that was really good because we changed that encounter into an opportunity. We were able to have questions and answers, and we were able to change their view on the new phones. They're really happy with the phones now, and it's good. It's really good to see that these phones are really working and helping them.
I think what the 3 R's done in terms of the way I do my job is that it just reinforces those values and those behaviours that I want to be involved in. And I think what it does is it actually helps achieve better outcomes. Well, we certainly have the 3 R's behaviour at the forefront of everything we do, whether that's in meetings, whether that's in resolving issues with residents, whether that's interacting with other teams within the organisation. So it is at the forefront of everything that we do. The most difficult thing about rolling out the 3 R's is convincing people that these set of behaviours and these values are worth sticking to. So, I think people get, from time to time, disillusioned with these sorts of statements, But our view is that if we consistently deliver on 3R's behaviour, then we're likely to get better outcomes. We have a greater team environment in the way in which we deliver services to our customer or our resident, and I think we have greater positive interaction with other departments within Amana Living.
The 3R's implementation is a journey, but we're already seeing great benefits for the organisation, for our clients and our residents. Amana Living has always had a really strong sense of teamwork. The 3R's is really focusing and amplifying that. We're also, by raising up that focus on making every encounter an opportunity, our staff are very strongly focused on that experience for our clients and our residents. And we're noticing as well with our processes and our approach to working with our staff that we very deliberately are focusing on making sure that the people who work for Amana Living choose to be here. Our middle R, making every encounter an opportunity, means that our entire workforce is very strongly focused on ensuring that each interaction they have with a client or a resident is meaningful and is important and is not just a transaction. It's not just a service, it's actually time spent with someone who is important, which is important to us.